Brainbox.
You, a vegan, want a non-vegan food? Go for it. I used to work fast food, the kind of meaty fast food that was lucky to have even a vegetarian and gluten-free option. Anyway, one day I get a call from a woman asking about any vegan bread options while citing some Peter page she saw online. I told her the information might be outdated as I was fairly positive that we had no vegan breads. Nevertheless, I told her I would check with the GM, who is a very by-the-book, professional person, but as I expected, my GM also said there were no vegan breads available anymore. Then this exchange happened, and to get an idea of how she sounded, imagine the most condescending voice someone could muster. Me, I'm sorry, I just checked with our GM, and we have no vegan breads. Her, well, do you have gluten-free? Me, yes we do. Her, well sir, gluten-free is a vegan product and you just told me that you don't have any vegan breads. Me, who actually knows what gluten is, I'm sorry but gluten-free doesn't mean vegan, and our bread unfortunately isn't vegan. Her, well why isn't it vegan then? Me, I could take a moment to check the specific ingredients if you'd like. Her, see, you can't even tell me why it's not vegan, just that it isn't. So why you telling me it ain't, if you don't even know, while I'm already telling you that's what gluten-free means? Me, I'm sorry but that's not what gluten-free means and I'd gladly show you what. Her, I don't even know why I'm arguing with some teenage fast food worker, just let me speak to a manager. Me, I'm a manager. Her, well then stop arguing with me about stuff you don't know anything about, show some respect, and make me an order with gluten-free bread. So we used non-vegan, gluten-free bread for her order. Ended up asking my GM why it wasn't vegan. It's because the bread was made with egg. You had it backwards. Nope, you did. Formatting on mobile, not a native speaker, you data. It was probably a bit mean, but hey, the sub is about maliciousness. A week ago I was out having a drink with my boss in the center of the city we work. Somewhere in the course of the night, a clearly completely hammered guy joins the table we are standing at outside. He starts talking about his life unprompted, and it doesn't take long for him to weave in sentences like, you guys don't know shit about what I do. Somewhere halfway through his story he grabs a girl passing by her arm to tell her he used to live here, just being generally loud and a bit obnoxious. We're less than overjoyed by his company, so we just kind of ignore him, turn away, and try to make clear non-verbally we are not really interested in his particular brand of fun. He walks away, us hoping that was the end of it. But it turns out he was only making a round to bum a cigarette off of someone. Less than a minute later he's continuing his story, looking to shove his way into our circle, when he realizes he has no lighter. I ignore him the first time he asks, but he insistently pokes my shoulder blades while asking for fire. I turn around with a smile on my face when I spot that he has his cigarette in his mouth backwards, with the filter forward. I pause for a second, realize how I feel about the guy, and light it without correcting him. He takes a heavy drunk drag and inhales about half the burnt filter before he realizes. He retches, looks at me with an accusing look and says, you had it backwards. My reply was, no dude, you did. Did not see him for the rest of the night. Gym teacher makes us run. Okay buddy. So this isn't about me, but my friend, let's call her Nora. Background information: in grade 8 we had a gym teacher who loved to make us go on runs. This was a co-ed gym class, so the guys would sprint the entire way and the girls would walk or jog. There were some exceptions, but that's mainly how it worked. Nora had anemia. For those who don't know, anemia is a red blood cell deficiency, in this case caused by low iron, meaning running long distance is hard for her. So when one day our pet teacher came, let's call him arsehole, and said, we are doing a run today, the entire class groaned. No one, I repeat, no one liked this guy. He was a condescending dick who thought he could do no wrong. You know the type. I look at Nora, she looks scared. We start the run and everything is going well. Then we hit the halfway point and Nora is having trouble breathing. So we slow to a walk. We pass arsehole. Arsehole, hey, why have you stopped running? Nora, barely able to talk, I'm having problems breathing. Arsehole, who knows she has anemia, no walking. Now I don't know about you, but if someone is about to pass out I wouldn't make them run. Me, can she at least get some water? Nora, it's fine. She has the grin on that kinda says this guy's going to get fucked big time. 5 minutes later what we both knew would happen happened. Nora passed out on the sidewalk. I didn't have my phone with me, so I knocked on the door of a friend who lived a quarter block away and used it to call 911. The ambulance arrives and pick her up. Needless to say, that teacher got suspended then left, seeing as there were 2 other kids in my class with really bad asthma, and he made them run the entire thing as well. I don't think he's getting a teaching job anytime soon. We have to give the customers a last name. Okay. About 15 years ago I worked in a call center for a wireless company. As with most call centers, you only gave your first name to the customer and an employee ID if they asked. One day some genius has the idea to make everyone give last name as well, to make the customers feel better. Basically they thought giving them a last name would make the customers more confident that if we screwed something up they could accurately report us to someone. We were told we could use a fake surname, but we had to give them one or we'd get in trouble. We all thought it was stupid, but my friend Ben saw opportunity. Ben began answering every call with, "Thank you for calling company. My name is Ben Layton. How may I help you?" I laughed my ass when I heard it. Within about 30 minutes an email went out advising that all fake surnames had to be approved, as I'm sure other people were taking advantage of it too. Eventually the company gave up and reverted to the old way of doing it.